Let's switch from East Africa to West Africa because there's a serious health warning in place in Nigeria. It's because of floods we've seen over the last 2 weeks. We're told an outbreak of diseases like cholera and typhoid fever is now likely. We know around 100 people have died in these floods, and when you see the scale of it, you can understand why. The Niger River there, the Benue River to the west have both burst their banks after heavy rain. Look at this satellite image shared by the European Union's Earth Observation Programme. This is an image covering a lot of Nigeria, and you can see how much of it is covered in water. 10 states were affected. Mayeni Jones is our correspondent there.
The village of Igagi has been underwater for 3 weeks. Many people here lost their homes to the rising tide. As the tide has slowly started to recede, people here are getting used to living with the floodwater.
The water started entering the houses, destroying everything, the fridges, clothes, cupboards. All our saved food rations are gone, and all our crops for this year are gone. We'll have to wait until next year.
The problem now with all this still water around is how to avoid illnesses. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control has issued some advice because they're worried about the spread of cholera. They say people should avoid drinking or bathing in flood water, but the villagers here say they have no other choice. The state of Niger is no stranger to flooding, but authorities say this year has been particularly bad. This village of Gungu had not previously had any issues with flooding.
There has been so much rain, and then we also have dams. Got 3 dams, and the 4th one, which is Ngeri Dam. Construction of dams, water has been diverted, so some communities are supposed to be resettled that are still yet or on the process of being resettled, and also those in the downstream were seriously affected by the flooding.
The government says communities haven't been resettled yet because the assessment of their needs was done 5 years ago and now needs to be reviewed to fit market conditions. But with more rains expected over the coming weeks and floods happening here every year, it's unclear what long-term solutions are being offered to these communities. Mayeni Jones, BBC News, Niger.